Hello there everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collector 75. Welcome back to another Transformers review. Once again, going for some of the original Generation 1 Pretenders. These are, I believe, the sort of second wave of original Pretenders that came out. We didn't get these in the UK, we only got Landmine, Wave Rider and Cloudburst. These guys are, of course, Groundshaker, SKYHIGH and SPLASHDOWN. And do look uniformly different, mainly because if you just look on the front here, they look like they've got animal heads on their suits of what they're wearing. Why this is, I don't know, but they are different from the original ones. Like I say, I don't know if they came out in two waves or not, but again, we didn't get them in the UK, so I really have no idea of knowing. But they all showed up in the comics exactly the same time and everything like that, so I'm not totally sure. Anyway, right, so we're going to stick with SKYHIGH here. I bought these off a lot on eBay about 5-6 years ago. I got them for about £80. I got these and the harder to get Iguanus, Bugley and Finback. I think they cost me about £80 all in. Unfortunately, the only one that wasn't complete was this guy, but I'll get onto him in a minute. So this is SKYHIGH. He's a cool red Pretender, and these are big, stocky figures. They're actually quite good action figures, if I'm honest. Well, for the 80s anyway. Right. He's got a helmet as usual, and you take this off. Anyway, we're going to put that down there. You're going to take his weapon off. This, if you can't guess, becomes his rotor blades in robot mode. Just going to put them down there. Right, so we open out this. He comes with the belt. These belts can be amazingly pissing off to try and get off. Anyway, right, so we're going to come and open him out and get to the inner robot. Just going to close that back up. There isn't that much to say about the inner, this Pretender shell. So I mean, it looks for what it is really, and the only articulation you get in any Pretender figure is in the arms. So there we go. Anyway, right. So this is the inner robot, and to be honest, this one don't really do it for me. This guy is a very lanky, unarticulated waste. If I'm honest, he's got these amazingly tight feet joints though, and you can see the legs. He looks like he's trying to, I don't know, he's doing some funny walk, isn't he? But he just looks lanky and it looks horrible. Not for me, really. You can put this little gun in his hand because it does come with a smaller tab. And that's about it. You can't really do a lot with this. You can't hold it as far as I can see. You can just put it on his back if you want, but that's it. It's not really doing much in robot mode. It's a shame. Right, so we're going to transform it very quickly. We open out the arms and we just rotate those to the back, and then we get the feet, put them down again, rotate them around. Then we get this gun. This now doubles as the rear section of the helicopter. I can't remember the exact name for that bit, but that's what it does. And then you put this in here, and then we have SKYHIGH's helicopter mode, and to be honest, it looks a bit shit. These always taking the piss out of a little bit for having such shit modes, but this one really does take the piss. It's not my favourite one. Some of them I really do like, but not this one. It's not very good. It just looks too squat and short and fat. It's not that great, I'm afraid. Just going to put that back on him, otherwise I'll bloody lose it. Right, so I'm going to put that over there, and we move on next to Groundbreaker. I might say Groundshaker earlier. He is missing. He's supposed to have some bits that go on his arms, as you can see. It's a shame. I just can't seem to ever find them. And sometimes these ones can go for a little bit more than I'm willing to pay. He is a little bit beat up. You can't really see it, but there's a few little minor scuffs there. But still in very, very good condition. I do like the gun he comes with, though. I'm also missing a couple of the inner guns for the inner robot. Again, he's got brown hair. The other guy was a ginger. Open this out. Oh no, I've got to bloody do this epoxy belt again. Sorry about this, everybody. Oh, fucking hell, here we go. These belts are amazingly annoying. I don't even know why they had them, really, or they could have come up with some other thing. You rip your bloody nails off trying to get the fuckers off. There we go. Once you get one off, it's easy, but fuck me, is that annoying. Anyway, right. So then you open them out and you put them down there. And you close the shell back up. Put him over there. Put that helmet on, otherwise I'll lose it. The helmets do go on and off very, very easy. So then we're left with this. This is the inner robot. Let me turn around. We're going to transform it into robot mode. And that's him. In robot mode, it's better than bloody SKYHIGH anyway. It's alright. It's nothing spectacular, is it? Again, they didn't bother painting the eyes or nothing like that. But then again, that's what they usually never used to bother doing. Right, then we're going to transform this guy. As you can see, he's got a little cockpit there. I believe you fold the arms this way. Like that, I think. Fold these down, fold the feet away. Right, and then this is him in his little car mode. He is supposed to have a wing section that fits here and a gun. Unfortunately, they're the bits I'm missing. I didn't actually realise I was bloody missing them for a while. It's only when I come to do this review, I think I really did realise I was missing these bits, but there we go. What can you do? I don't know if I'm going to go out of my way to try and get them. I might just have a look to see if I can ever see them, but, you know. That is Groundbreaker in his car mode. It's alright. It's, again, nothing spectacular. This one is Splashdown, and he looks really good, actually. I love the shark. I love the belt on this one, actually, because it forms the lower half of the shark mouth. I think that's really good. He does come with some weapons. This one, actually, I bought boxed from a shop in Shepperton. Pretty good, actually. I can't remember how much I paid for it now. Probably about 30 or 40 quid, maybe, something like that. He did rip me off now and again, but probably worth that, because it was mint in box, I believe. I'm going to take these off. These are bits that help form the boat. I did love the Pretenders in the fact that one was always at land, and then one was air, and one was sea-based. See, this belt comes off a lot easier off this one. There we go. I'm going to get the inner robot out. Alright, I actually like the inner robot on this one. Put that over there. So this is his inner robot. I'm going to open him out. Like so, and he doesn't look too bad, if I'm honest with you. I do like this one. Shame about the alt mode, which I'll come to in a second. You can put his little gun in his hand, and then you can put this somewhere. Actually, probably nowhere, to be honest. Yeah, probably have to just... It will go in that little hole, I think. No, it won't. No, it's a squirrel. Anyway, it will go somewhere. Can't remember where it goes. Don't matter. But... that's him in his robot mode. He does have a little bit more articulation, slight bend in the knee there, but that's about as much as you'll get him. Right, let's transform this very quickly. He's got more of an involved transformation. Just a shame it doesn't actually do anything for the look of the alt mode. Right, so we twist him around there, turn him over, twist around the head. Then what do? Open out the feet. These legs go all the way down here. These arms just stay there, I think, like that. Something like this. This bit then goes into the screw hole on the back of his head to form the back end of the boat. This gun will just go in there. And this is him in his boat mode. It just, for me, it doesn't really do a lot for me. I think it just looks a bit crap and a bit like, well, we'll just bend the legs over and we'll call that a mould. Sorry, a mode. And it just oh, I can't even describe it. I'm not even going to bother. Right, okay. So then we're going to move on to my next figure, of course, which is the Japanese exclusive METALHAWK figure. I was going to do a separate review for this one, but then I thought, do you know what? No, let's just add him at the end of this one as a little bonus sort of thing. So I'm going to push them to the back. Unfortunately, I do have the box. Let me just show the box, because it is quite a cool little box. I don't know if I'm going to get it on this. Actually, too much. I'm going to move them to the side. There we go. You're going to see most of it. It's got. I love the picture. And as you can see, it's called METALHAWK. Or if you watch the Master Force series, it's actually called just Hawk. And in that series, it only featured him, Landmine, Cloudburst, and the other one, Wave Rider. And they were normal-sized humans as well, which then, when they came apart, the giant transformer would emerge. All that mass substitutional stuff and whatever. Right, so I bought this one in the box. The guy who I bought it off for £50 a long time ago, probably back in about 98, 99, said it was complete. And of course this is long before eBay, so you've got no comeback. Unfortunately it wasn't complete. It was missing a gun and his sword, which then I wrote to the guy, or phoned him up even. No, I probably wrote to him because he didn't usually answer the phone. Wrote to him and did I get a reply? Did I fuck? Anyway, so this is METALHAWK, but saying that, this is actually in really good condition. I put the stickers on, and it has a very much of a different look to the other Pretenders. If I take his little helmet off, as you can see, the robot head is almost built in around, like it's got a strange thing that goes around his head, and his head is very long as well. So, don't know. And it just looks different, like the hands look very robotic and stuff like that. But that is it for this mode. Now then, we're going to split him open. Doesn't come with a belt, thank fuck. You put that down there, close that back up. I'm not going to bother putting the helmet on because I know who that goes to, and I don't want to scratch up the head by misdoing it. Right, so this is the inner figure. Now, this was the only figure that had die-cast metal on the actual body, as you can see. You can't really tell there. There we go. It's actually all metal, and you can tell that by the head as well. It's a pretty shit head sculpt. Looks more like a GoBot. Anyway, we're going to fold out the arms, like so. This can be a little bit problematic. Being metal, I don't want to fuck it over too much. And that is it, really. Now, he's supposed to have a gun that he holds, but as I said before, I don't have that. And this is him in road mode. It's actually very, very heavy. It's all right, I suppose. You've got arm movement there and everything. We're going to take it to alt mode now, and for that we just come around to the back. We're going to pull out the little nose cone. That comes around there. There's his little landing gear. Fold the arms back, fold the wings out. Then with these, we're going to open them out at the knees. They bend right back. Then we're just going to sort of like push them in there, and then just push the sort of like the feet tabs until this bit here just meets that. I don't know if you can see that in there. Just going to do that until it meets that. That gives it the more angled look. Then we need some guns, which I've hidden around the corner. These are the only weapons that he did come with. And these just basically fit on. This is almost like the classic Pretender Starscream in a way. These just fit on the side there, and that gives him his plane mode. He does have some little landing gear down there, but that looks shit. So we're not going to bother with that. It's not too bad. It does have obviously the head and the most of the robot just on the bottom. But for what it is, it's okay actually. It's a lot better than when I first got this. I thought this was crap. I know, and everyone said the shell was actually made of metal, but it's not. It's all plastic. So there we go. It's only this figure that has that die-cast metal. Why? Who knows? Whether they just done it so they could call it METALHAWK, I don't know. But it's not a bad little thing, and well, as a rare Transformer goes. I wish now I actually bought off him the Black Shadow and Blue Bacchus. I can't even know if I pronounced that right, because they were the same price, but I never bothered. Oh dear, what a mistake. Anyway, this has been Graham, the Collector 75, with SKYHIGH, Groundbreaker, and Splashdown, along with METALHAWK. I hope you like this review, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.